Hey, Cutting Through the Noise fans. Today we are talking about the Traction Channel speaking engagements. If you listened to our podcast on this topic, you heard Michelle talk about how 75% of people are expected to be afraid of public speaking. That's a problem when you have a business that could really benefit from using speaking engagements as a traction channel. This week we've put together a podcast episode, this video, and a blog about how to sort of get over this fear and how to really leverage those speaking engagements that you do participate in. Check out our blog post on this topic to learn more about finding speaking engagements, how to apply for them, how to get in and make a really awesome speech or pitch. Listen to our podcast to learn about some of the do's and don'ts for while you're actually pitching. And this video is going to cover a few tips for really leveraging that speaking event for your business. You don't want to show up to a speaking event, do all this work, and then not get anything out of it for your business, right? You want to make sure that what you're doing and potentially the fear that you're putting yourself through will be worth it for your business. One topic that they cover in the podcast is about connecting with your audience while you are giving your speech or speaking at these engagements, whether they are large or small. This is really important when you want it to impact your business in the long run, because if you are looking for leads or clients or potential partners or whatever you might be looking for in this speaking engagement event, you want to make sure that you're connecting with those that are listening so that they're more likely to reach out to you afterwards or fulfill that goal that you are looking for them to fulfill. Connecting with your audience might mean cracking some jokes that everyone can relate to. It might mean asking them questions, asking them to participate in your presentation, allowing them to ask you questions and giving thoughtful answers. There are many ways to connect with your audience. After you've been able to connect with your audience in a real authentic and fun way, it's important to give them a way to contact you. If there are hundreds of people at a conference that you're speaking to, maybe you don't want to give them your cell phone number. However, there might be an email address or a website that you can send them to if they have more questions for you or interested in your product or service. If the group is more intimate, sure, maybe give them more of a personal email address or way to contact you because you know that these people will not waste too much of your time if maybe there's only 10 or 20 of them who might end up contacting you. One simple way to do this is by giving out business cards that have your contact information or where someone can contact you. If the conference hosts are able to, maybe they can put it into a goodie bag or gift bag that they give their attendees, or possibly you can walk around and put it on everyone's seat before your speaking event begins. Another way is to put that into the slide deck that you're sharing during your presentation. When it comes to your slide deck, especially if you're putting your contact information in there, you want to be sure that you're able to share those slides with the attendees so that they can continue to reference the information that you're giving them. Some conferences might be a little picky about this. However, I just encourage you to talk to whoever is leading the conference or event that you're speaking at and just stress the importance of being able to share this information. If this is free info that you are giving to attendees anyway, you might as well let them really explore your information. Having that in their mailbox or on their computers will really help them remember you as a business and how much information you are able to give. So after you're able to share your slides and potentially give out contact information in the form of a business card or potentially on those slides that you're giving out, we think it's really important to give them something that they can take home, something physical. Whether that's maybe some swag that's branded for you or your business, or maybe that's a book that you've written that people can purchase and have you sign on their way out of the event. Maybe it's a free trial of their software. I know that's not necessarily physical, but it's something they can go and use and potentially come back to you for more later on. If you have some sort of a freebie that you can give them that makes people smile, that they actually get use out of, that can be a great way to help them remember you, your business, your presentation, and why they might want to contact you in the future. And finally, you want to make sure that you are recording your content if at all possible. There are so many people that aren't in that room where you are speaking that could be potential leads. Customers might want to connect with you about your business or whatever you're trying to ask your audience to do. And so it's really important to take this evergreen content that you are creating by recording your speaking and share that with different audiences on the internet. Here at Pintler Group, we like to make sure that we are getting every ounce of use out of our content that we can. When you record a speaking engagement event, you are not only practicing to speak publicly, but you are using that again and again to continue to gain leads and also to show that you are a master in a certain subject. When people see that you're speaking publicly on a topic, it's automatically known that you have some sort of knowledge or mastery on that subject. So showing your online followers, fans, or potential customers that you have done speaking engagements can be really powerful. Speaking engagements can also be an awesome way to create a lot of content. Maybe you give the audience some time for Q&A, and when they ask you a question later on after filming that, you can cut that into smaller pieces to share sort of bite-sized pieces of information on your LinkedIn or on your YouTube or possibly in an email list. Maybe there is a question that you take 30 seconds to answer and gives real value to the potential listener. Split up your speech and the recording in multiple ways to share all over online if possible and get the most out of your speaking engagement. Just to recap, you want to make sure that you are connecting with your audience when you are speaking, that you're giving them the opportunity to contact you to learn more about your business or your brand yourself by maybe giving out business cards or directing them in a certain way in your slides. You want to make sure that you are able to share your slides if possible in order to remind them that you are an expert on this topic so they can continue to refer to your slides and your information as they move along their day working on the topic that you addressed. You want to try to give some sort of freebie, whether it's a fun swag water bottle or maybe a free use of your software or possibly a book that you are selling at the event, something that they can take home physically to remember you and possibly learn more about you and your business. And finally, you want to make sure that you are recording your content to continue using it over and over in a digital sense instead of just simply prepping so much for one speaking engagement and then never touching that content again. We hope that if speaking engagements are right for you, you can take this information and the info on our blog and podcast episode on the same topic and go ahead and get out there and get over that fear of public speaking and make it work for your business and just gain so much traction by speaking at these events. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below the video and we'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, check out our podcast and blog, pintlergroup.com, and we'll see you next time.